Yes, sir. Okay, cool. Good morning, Vooka Nation. I hope everybody's doing well. How are you guys doing there at home? This is what I have to say for the Vooka Nation. I'm doing this, clapping my hands. You know why I'm clapping my hands? Because we are back online, bro. We're back online. We had technical issues. But yeah, man, we here. This is the morning breakfast show, the Vooka Breakfast Show. If you haven't heard of it yet, you will soon know of it, bro. So get up, get early. The fattest worm. What?
The early bird catches the fattest worm.
It's called by the bird, man. Bro, what's going on, bro? Anyway. I hope everybody's doing good, man. You know I am never alone. I'm here with my team, man. And right in front of me is Miss Effie Berry Blaze.
Good morning, South African. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. On the Choose Masketele, it's a Tuesday morning where we get to choose who we love. But get some time and jingle fish. Now I hope you guys ni right, ni relaxile, and you are also nice and warm, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
as Steven said, I go by the name of Effie Berry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze. But the darker the berry, the sweeter than Tontoni. Now you know good some nandi mam mhlophi tekateken but marloko famana me wetayo khoma kahle songwe namane.
Yes, sir. And live in studio. Oh, bro, this cannot happen. This cannot be possible without the big brother. Yes, sir.
Come back.
Yes, sir. So everybody was worried. Oh, where is he? Bro? Even on the comment section, I saw Zenzi was like, yo, have some tea, relax, heal yourself. But yeah, man, this is the morning breakfast show, man. I hope everybody's well, because as you can tell, I have a lot of energy, bro. A lot of energy brewing in my body. And live in studio, we have one Vooka, soon to be Vooka member, looking at us live. Yeah, man. Let's get into it. Before we do anything else, let's get into the news, bro. It is the 8th of July, 2025. Okay, cool. Starting off with the first article, impact of allegations on crime fighting efforts examined. Bruh, before I go into this, what do you think of crime in South Africa? Are we becoming like the UK? Are we like the US? Or are we just becoming like Zimbabwe? What's going on? What do you think?
Man, crime has always been like super hectic in South Africa. That's why some people out here claiming that, no, we got white genocide in South Africa because of like the high crime rate we have. And it's very unfortunate that it's nowhere close to even decreasing. Instead, it keeps on increasing even more. And it has me thinking, what exactly are the police doing? So that's where you even have some mob killings. People are end up fighting for themselves or having to defend themselves against criminals because, well, it's either the police respond very slowly or they always just take their own time even getting to the crime scene.
Yeah.
But like crime is like a very, very, it's a very major thing that has been happening in South Africa, man.
Crazy, man. Crazy. It's like I think we should pay our police officers better. But anyway, so this is what's happening around the policing, bro. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi has accused senior national police officials of political interference in investigations. He claims over 120 documents related to political killings were removed from a provincial task team on the police minister's orders and are now inactive at police headquarters. These revelations made during a media briefing in Durban raised serious concerns about obstruction of justice and lack of accountability in politically motivated crimes. The allegations could significantly impact the police ministry and undetermine South Africa's broader efforts to combat crime. So this crime thing, bruh, this is why I say the police should be paid a better salary, I think. If better salary was there,
It's not even
none
about
of these
that.
things would happen. I mean, 120 documents missing, bro.
It's not even about that.
100, bro. These are assassinations.
First of all, our police are they're not even fit. They're very unfit. It's
Hey.
not been about. It's not even about them not being paid enough. First off, they can barely run.
Hey, bruh.
No, but there's also a new intake about, not sure what the number is, but the JMPD and the SAPS,
Yeah.
they've got a new intake of people to join the police force. So it's gonna look up. Let's just remain
I hope,
positive.
hey, bro. I hope it does look up because from judging from the people that's been joining, I've been seeing people with big bodies that you know what I mean.
No, but let's remain positive.
Hey,
Right?
man.
Yeah, let's remain positive.
Hopefully. All right, let's get positive, man. Let's see what our president has to say. Ramaphosa pledges action on Mkhwanazi's allegations. President Cyril Ramaphosa has reported to the KwaZulu-Natal commissioners allegations, stating he will address them after returning from the BRICS summit. BRICS summit, yeah, man. Amid in the SAPS leadership crisis, he urged claim and restraint. Meanwhile, several political parties are demanding Police Minister Mkunu's resignation and are considering writing to the National Embassy Speaker to request an urgent debate on Mkhwanazi's explosive claims. Hey, bruh, Mkhwanazi's been working, eh? This is something else, man. This is something else. This is something else. That's what's going on in South Africa. And in your U.S. headlines, U.S. plans 30% tariff on South African imports. 30% tariff on South African imports. South Africa faces a major trade setback as the U.S. plans to impose a 30% tariff on all South African goods starting on the 1st of August. President Donald Trump informed President Cyril Ramaphosa of the decision, citing a trade imbalance where South Africa exports more to the U.S. than it imports. The move aligns with Trump's reciprocal. There we go. Yeah. The move aligns with Trump's reciprocal tariff policy, which criticizes urge lax sound. What am I reading? No, man. Which criticizes urge lax sound import economic basics. With the deadline approaching, South African exporters are preparing for the economic fallout. So we are, hey, bro, 30% is a lot. Hey, 30% tariff on South African imports is a lot, bro. It's a lot. Because I don't think we export as much as we import to the US. Because we normally get stuff from the US. I'm not sure. Maybe out of 100%, we get maybe 80% of the time we're probably getting stuff from the US instead of us giving the US. So I don't know where they're going with this one. Man. It's just hectic. Anyway, on your sports news, bro. Mudla declares 33 short of Lara's test record score. South Africa's Wayne Muller scored a record-breaking 367 in Bulawayo, the highest test score by a South African and fifth highest overall. Captaining for the first time, he declared with South Africa on 626 by 5. Oh, that's a lot. 626 by 5. Choosing not to chase Brian Lara's 400-run record. Muller's triple century came off 297 balls. Muller's triple century came off 297 balls, the second fastest in Test history. His innings include 49 fours and 4 sixes, and he became the first player to score 300 plus points on the Test captaincy debut. So that's crazy. That's your golf news. Your cricket news, that's your cricket news, yeah? And then on the second headline, Kobeli, is it Kobeli, bro? Kobeli ends Celtic run to reach first major quarterfinal. Italy's Flavio Koboli reached his first Grand Slam quarter final with a gritty 7-6 win over Marine Celtics at Wimbledon Stadium. The 22nd seed showcased the flair and composure, overcoming his toughest test yet. After a breakthrough in 2024 season, Kobeli now awaits a potential clash with the Novak Djokovic. You see these Russian names. Novak Djokovic. There we go. Novak Djokovic. These Russians' name. Yeah, man. Potential clash with Novak Djokovic. Fellow Italians Lorenzo Sonego and Jannik Sinner also feature in the last 16th. With hopes of a historic triple Italian quarterfinal appearance. On your neck,
No.
Thiago Silva reunited with Chelsea. Chelsea faces Fluminense in the Club World Cup semi-final, with former Blues legend Thiago Silva leading the Brazilian side at the age of 14. Fluminense mix of veterans and standout winger Jean Ariz has powered the unbeaten run, including wins over Inter Milan and Al Ahly. Chelsea led by Enzo Maresca. Bro.
That's how I feel sometimes when I gotta
with
read
Enzo
the names.
Maresca filled a youthful squad featuring Joe Pedro and Moses Caicedo, aiming for a final against Real Madrid or PSG. Maresca praised Fluminense's energy and organization, noting the challenge of facing Brazilian teams mid-season. So that's what's going on with your sports, bro. I don't know. Have you all been watching the club FIFA Club World Cup?
I don't have a TV.
I also don't have a TV, but I'm watching it on my phone.
In all honesty, when it comes to like the world of sport, I've kind of like literally shied away from it to a point that I barely watch even basketball. Growing up as a kid, I used to love basketball like a whole lot, but I barely watch any sports right now. Like literally,
It's not only available on TV; it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Whether it's TV or not, I barely watch sports. Like in Peggy Sport, you mistake, Joe.
Sorry, so I thought you said you don't have a TV.
Yeah, I don't have a TV, but besides that, in Peggy Sport, you mistake. You just know what's wrong. And if you find me like literally tuning into sport, just know that I'm tuned in because there's whoever there that has sports and whatever, hence I'm tuned in there. But otherwise, I barely ever tune in on
You
sports.
must check out the sports, man. Sports is nice, man. Sports is amazing. As Donald Trump would say, sports is the best thing that happened to the humans ever. Or something along those lines.
Is that your Trump impersonation?
Yes. And I will tell you this. Sports is the best thing to ever happen. If you don't want sports, you're not part of the Vooka Nation.
Oh my God! Yes. Ooh, you know what?
Yeah.
And then do you know what our daily bread is?
What's our daily bread?
You don't know what our daily bread is?
What is our daily bread?
It's the history that we have.
Bro, this is not the daily bread, this one. This is the daily stump. What you mean?
But we do it on a daily basis. It's our daily bread.
It's the daily stump.
It's our daily bread,
you're
man.
Right, you're right. I'm trying to give it a new twist. Vooka Nation, I'm trying to give it a new twist, you know. Anyway.
It's our daily bread, man.
Today in history.
Let me read you up some history facts, my guy.
Tell me what happened.
I'm going to struggle pronouncing this. So in 1099,
okay,
the First Crusade, 15,000 starving Christian soldiers march in a religious procession around Jerusalem as its Muslim defenders look on. 1099, when was that, BC?
1099. No, bro. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, it should be along the lines of B. So they did something like the Jericho, like walking around the walls of Jericho 7 times, but in real time. That's what happened. The crusade, crazy. Did you know, bro? If it wasn't for the crusade, we wouldn't have Christianity. Did you know that? Because with the crusade, what happened was that's how Christianity was introduced to the world, actually. So what would happen was during the crusade, the reason why they call it the crusade, people were massacred, bro. People were massacred. So if you were not Christian, you would have the what's the word I'm looking for? They tell you to say, okay, join or die. If you can't beat them, join them. If you can't join them, then, you know, so that's what happened. But anyway, today in history, this is the 8th of July, 2025. In 2005, Marvel superhero film The Fantastic Four, starring Lone Gruffudd, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis premieres, bro. So, hey, this movie, I enjoyed this movie as a kid growing up. Fantastic Four, where you have The Thing, you have the Flaming Torch, you have, I forgot, Reed, the guy that stretches his arms, which was crazy. Released on July the 8th of July, 2005, Fantastic Four follows their astronauts who gain superpowers after exposure to cosmic radiation during a space mission led by Dr. Reed Richards. Yeah, man. Reed Richards is the stretchy guy.
Yeah, the one who had an elastic body.
Yeah. The stretchy guy. Dope. One of my that's out of the four, that's my best, my favorite. Yeah, man. As they grapple with their new abilities, stretching, invisibility, fire manipulation, and brute strength, they must confront villainous Victor Von Doom. You remember Victor?
Yeah, the one who actually was in love with the invisible woman, but she was not in love with him, and she was in love with Reeds.
Yeah, he had a crush on her. Anyway, Victor Von Doom. Despite mixed reviews, the film was a box office success, grossing over $333 million worldwide. So that's what happened with the Fantastic Four. I didn't know it premiered today, bro.
Hey man, it's a lot of things. When we watched it, we basically just watched the movie when it played on TV, but we didn't really follow when the movie actually premiered. It's a lot of things. We just literally just sit and watch. Wait. The movie premiere happens. We're like, okay, we don't care. We just want to see the movie. Let us give us the movie. Give us the movie.
With the premiere, bro. My name is Steven, and I wonder why I didn't see it coming. See what I did there?
Oh, wow.
See what I did there?
Yes. So in 1988, right, Stevie Wonder announces he will run for mayor of Detroit in 1992. He does not follow through. In July the 8th, 1988, Stevie Wonder publicly expressed interest in running for mayor of Detroit in the 1992 election, citing his deep ties to the city and desire to address social issues like drug abuse, youth violence. Although he spoke passionately about contributing to Detroit's future, he never formally launched a campaign or pursued the office, choosing instead to continue his music career.
Stevie Wonder, he didn't see it through, bruh. Why didn't he see it through, though?
No, it's because, but either way, he didn't see it through, but in the end, he just called to say, I love you.
Yeah, man.
She didn't get it.
She didn't get it. Yeah, it's fine.
I know.
Aviator. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Whatever.
Anyway, in 2022, gymnast Simone. Shit, bro.
Simone.
Sheesh, bro. Okay.
One of the biggest gymnasts.
Simone. Yeah. Tell me more about Simone. Seems like you know.
Okay, so she's like one of the biggest gymnasts that the US has ever had, and she's literally been living up to her name, man. So in 2022, gymnast Simone Biles, age 25, becomes the youngest person to receive the US Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Joe Biden. On July 2022, Simone Biles made history as the youngest recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, awarded by President Joe Biden at the White House honored not only her record-breaking gymnastics career, but also for her advocacy in mental health, foster care, and survivors of sexual abuse. Bells was presented for turning personal challenges into powerful voice for justice and wellness.
Shout out to Simone. Not a lot of people that do what she does. Or what she did, you know?
No, it's not. It's not a lot of
it's not a
people.
lot.
It's not. It's
This
not.
thing is so loud, I'm going to go deaf.
It's
Yeah,
not a
this is
lot of
bitter.
people.
Yeah,
Now we're
man.
also going to be talking about the inventions
Yeah, man.
that were made on the 8th of
Yes, sir.
July.
Did you know today is one of the days?
Yes.
yeah.
So inventions made on the 8th of July. Paper making. Paper making was revolutionized in 105 AD by Kai Lun of China's Eastern Huan dynasty, who refined earlier techniques using mulberry bark, rags, and fishing nets to create a pulp that could be processed into sheets. This invention replaced the bulker materials like bamboo and silk, making writing more practical and widespread. The method spread through the Silk Road, reaching the Islamic world and Europe, where it transformed communication, education, and record keeping.
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
man, that's crazy,
I
hey?
didn't know that. I didn't know that. But now that we know.
Now that we know,
now we
hey,
know.
imagine paper making was in China. My color is a deal.
Yeah, Chinese people have
Chinese
been
people been
innovative,
doing, man.
You know,
Been
they've been
doing.
giving us great inventions. Like, hey, bruh.
Okay, so I love this national.
So in case the Vooka Nation is wondering, why are we so playful today? Eh?
In
Why are
case
we
they are
so
wondering.
playful? So
'Cause-
today is
yay.
International Be a Kid Again Day, bro. Be a Kid Again Day, man. Celebrated on the 8th of July, Be a Kid Again Day invites adults to embrace the childlike joy, play, laughter, and let go of the stress, man. Just stop stressing, bro. Stop stressing, start streaming, and watch us do this. Yeah, man. It's a reminder to reconnect with your innocence, imagination, and center free, you know, carefree fun, you know? Yeah, man. Tell me, what did you do to celebrate the day? Be a Kid Again Day today. What did you do?
I'm going to read my son's coloring book.
Oh, dope. You're gonna go read
Like
it.
Banele and TC know that one of the things that I love doing,
Yeah.
or one of the things that literally brings out the inner kid out of me is having a coloring book and wax crayons. That makes me so happy. I zone out from everything.
Yeah.
It's my carefree center. Just like go in there and I'm like, okay, don't color outside the line. Don't color outside the line. In my
stay
head,
within
that's
the
what's
borders.
happening. I literally go, I'm like, okay,
Stay within the borders.
yeah. Make it nice and bright.
And you know what's crazy now? Bro, when I was coming to work, yeah, on the way here, I was just freestyling, exercising my imagination, you know. So when I freestyle, I do this thing. I don't know, my brain automatically does it, man. I just envision the stuff. Like, for instance, if I say car, in my head, I see the car. So that's that's how I celebrated the day, and I'm still celebrating the day.
You were flexing your imagination today.
Yeah, man, I was just doing this with my imagination muscles.
Hey, man, that's great, eh?
Yeah,
and then
man.
now we're going to count, obviously, the number of days into the year.
Uh-huh.
And today is the 189th day into the year, and it would have been the 190th day if it was a leap year. And now we have 176 days left before the year ends, and we have 23 weeks remaining. So, December, birthday, here I come, baby.
Yeah.
Here I come,
And
man.
we also, now that you've said the days, we are celebrating the 96th episode. Episode 96. We are 4 episodes away from
100.
Yeah, man. On 100 episode, I promise you I will give you the most nicest exclusive content you will ever get. Become a member. Let's see that badge next to your name. Press that notification bell button, subscribe, like, share, and most importantly, engage with us, man. Comment. Yeah, man. Cause bruh, we can't do this without you guys. Without you guys, these things are not possible. Anyway, word of the day. Bruh. Vacuous.
What now?
Vacuous.
Vacuous.
Am I saying it right? Vacuous.
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 Does it come from the word vacuum?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Vacuous. Let's see how the word is pronounced. Google, help us pronounce this word.
Vacuous.
Yeah, man, vacuous. But I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right.
Vacuous.
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 Yeah, man, vacuous. Vacuous, meaning having or showing a lack of thoughts or intelligence or mindlessness. Or you're just mindless, you know, a mindless person. A mindless person is called a vacuous person. So in a sentence example, how I would use this word is choices based on the most minute reasoning. But okay, let me give you a proper example, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, coming to work this morning, I saw a rather vacuous person speaking to themselves. Coming to work this morning, I saw a rather vacuous person speaking to themselves.
Okay.
How would
I
you
see.
use the word?
Washing the dishes gives me a vacuous moment for my own self-reflection.
Vacuous. And Vooka Nation, how would you use the word vacuous?
Vacuous.
It's such a nice word. Let's hear it one more time, man.
Vacuous.
Vacuous.
Yeah, man, it's a vacuous word there. Yeah, the word is vacuous. Over the day is vacuous. I give you a challenge, man. In the comment section, use the word vacuous. Give us a sentence example. And also, do come through with the voice notes, man, on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Let's hear your voice notes in real time, man, you know?
Yes, man. And then heading over to our YouTube channel, right, we have Uzinzi Elizabeth saying, good morning, Stephen, Miss Berry Blaze, and Mr. B. Good to see y'all.
Morning.
Good morning, Z. And then we also have another comment from Z. Ati, thank goodness the internet has been sorted. We can enjoy our daily dose of positivity. Yeah, man, we got you. Yes,
sir.
and then another comment from Muzinzi. Tuesday are for choose yourself. Tuesdays are for choose yours, and I choose the Vooka Nation and Vooka team. Hope you all are well. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
We choose you back, man. We choose you back. We choose you. Yeah, man. And we choose to be here doing what we do best.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
You know, and also on that very amazing note, as you chose us, let's give you a bit of an inspirational message.
Oh, you have something for us?
Behind every successful man, there is a woman.
Where is she? Is she behind me? Behind every successful man is a woman, right?
Bruh, so you don't believe that you
Before she comes in the window.
Let me not say anything.
I don't believe in what. Hey, you know Efri. Hey, Efri. Efri.
I get about it. Behind every successful man, there is a woman.
Yeah.
So for me, as a man who's not dating anybody, doesn't have like a maid or
As a
cherry.
what now?
As a man, probably who's not dating anybody, doesn't have a cherry. I would say that the successful, the woman that has helped you become successful will count as your mother or grandmother.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
but
for
I
me,
do.
in that sense, that's what it would mean for somebody who's single, that as much as you do not have maybe a female partner that is helping you throughout your journey and all of that, but there was somebody who nurtured you from a very young age for you to become the man that you are
today, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And as I am celibate, yes, you heard that right.
Okay,
as
celebrate.
celibate. No, celibate.
Celebrate.
Cool. I am a celibate celebrity. Why are you making me a celebrity? I'm not even a celeb, bro. What you mean?
And then our quote for today is: the bad news is time flies. The good news is you're not the pilot.
Time flies.
For me, that'll be the bad news.
That was
'cause-
actually from yesterday also, eh? So I think that's going to be the quote for the week.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Because like the bad news that time literally just flies. The good news that I'm not the pilot, but for me it's kind of vice versa. The bad news is that I'm not I'm not the pilot of basically the time that we have. Because if you're able to control time, I think you'll have enough time to do so many things that you wanted to do in life.
It's not even a matter of controlling. Like a pilot doesn't. You weather through it. You know. You weave, wing it sometimes, and going in it, man.
Yay.
Celebrating birthdays, man. On the 8th of July. If you know anybody that is, growing up today, or you are growing up today, are you growing up today? Hit us up on the 060-4933-226. That's the WhatsApp line, man. Hit us up, man. Hit us up. Tell us how you would celebrate your birthday. On the birthdays, today is Jaden Smith's birthday, man. Birth year, July 8th, 1998. Age 27 years old. Jaden is 27 now.
Ulingana now.
Yeah, we're the same age, Jaden and I. Yep. Interesting fact, he was part of the Nobel Peace Prize concert where his giant hair got a lot of press. Remember that hairstyle, man, where he had dreads? So what he did is he went there and he cut his dreads like
on stage.
Yeah, man, and then he had his dreads as part of his accessory. So that was very dope of him, man. Actor, dancer, and rapper who won an MTV award for his performance in The Pursuit of Happiness. He co-starred with his father, Will Smith, in both The Pursuit of Happiness and in the 2013 science fiction After Earth. He co-signed with Jackie Chan in the 2010 remake of The Karate Kid. So happy birthday to Jaden. Cool. I think it's this one.
No, quit.
Okay, it's fine.
Quit.
It's fine.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jaden. Happy birthday, Jaden.
Hooray! Hooray!
It is also Son Heung-min's birthday today. Birth year 1992, July 8th. Son Heung-min turns 33 years old. Hey, 33 years, that's a very significant age. Anyway, let's not get into that. Interesting fact about Son Heung-min. Dazzling speed, dribbling, and goal scoring aimed him the nickname Sonaldo. Yeah, liking him to Cristiano Ronaldo. So, in case you don't know who Son is a soccer player for the team Tottenham Hotspurs. So shout out to you also, bro.
Happy
birthday, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
So that was an actor and a soccer player. Someone else that's also celebrating is Virgil van Dijk. Hey, man. Virgil van Dijk, man. Yeah, man. Virgil van Dijk, 1991, being born in 1991, turning 34 years of age. Interesting fact about Virgil van Dijk, he nearly died in 2011 from poor eating habits that caused a burst appendix and he made a full recovery. Hey, bro, you see this eating thing, man? You must eat proper, bro. You must eat proper even when your body doesn't feel like you want to eat. Just have your fruits, have your water also. Now, centre-back who won a Scottish Premiership with Celtic Football Club in 2013 to 2014 after playing 2 seasons with FC Groningen. In 2015, he joined Southampton Football Club, where he played up until 2018, when he was transferred to Liverpool. Yeah, so he was transferred to Liverpool FC. He then helped them win the 2019 UEFA Champions League final, and he was named man of the match. So that's Virgil van Dijk, for the people that didn't know who Virgil van Dijk is. Yeah, man, don't confuse him for Virgil Abloh, man. Virgil van Dijk, yeah, man. It is also Robert Napper's birthday today. Yes, sir. He was born in 1959. Of course, the 8th of July, turning 66 years old. Interesting fact about Robert Napper. He appeared in films such as Hitman, Transporter 3, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The actor best known for his role as Samuel Sullivan on the television series Heroes. He also appeared for the 4 years of Fox Prison Break. So, his picture should appear there for the people that don't know who he is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. He played a very iconic figure.
Yeah.
Especially on Prison Break.
Yeah. Break it down.
Yeah, he's Teabag.
Oh, he's Teabag.
Yeah, Teabag. That's his name on Prison
Break. Yeah.
So he's sort of like the antagonist to the main character. But it's just beautiful story writing, because whenever Schofield wanted to break out, he would find out, so they had to take him along because he would rat on them.
Oh, damn.
So it's one of those individuals where you don't like him, but you need him.
Yeah, you hate the fact that you need him.
Yeah. So it was very awesome.
So it's this guy here. Can you please share the screen for? Yeah, bro. It's Brody. Hey, man, this guy. Brody acts, man. Brody is quite a.
Are we on NDI?
Oh yeah. Let me do that. Let me fix that quickly.
Me, I just remember that he had his fingers cut off in Prison Break.
But hey, man.
And he was so annoying because he kept walking around with like with like a bleeding hand, and he never listened. Like he always got himself in a jam. One thing for sure. Like he always got himself in a jam, man. But otherwise, man, he's a pretty amazing actor. He's a great actor. And then on my side, I have 2 people actually birthday today.
Oh yeah.
It's a friend of mine, Immaculate. She works at a certain place that I used to work at, and I hope she has a beautiful and a wonderful birthday. And then today it's also my old high school classmate's birthday. Yeah, but then he lied on his Facebook page and said he's turning 30 and he's actually turning 29.
Dope.
But I'm wishing Tata Lesomo a happy birthday and Immaculate a happy birthday. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I also hope that you guys enjoy your birthday, man. Have a wonderful and amazing birthday celebration.
Oh yeah.
So you
Happy
press
birthday.
your
Happy
F
birthday.
and then F12. FN in the bottom left.
And then
Down
F12.
FN. F11, sorry.
Bro, you're making me look like an amateur, man. But yeah, man, that's Robert Nepper. Oh, that's Robert Nepper, man. If you didn't know him, the face is quite familiar. This is the face of a lot of villains, which is, hey, man, I love his acting, man. I love his acting. So you say he's Teabag on Prison Break. You hate the fact that you need him type of character. So that's the bro there. Yeah, man. Who else is birthday today? Who else, man? Who else is birthday today?
What on celebrities? Now they were like a man.
So you said your former school.
Yeah, my former schoolmate. So we went to the same primary school, also went to the same high school. So that's like kind of like how long we've kind of like known each other and stuff. So it's his birthday today, and it's also another lady that I used to work at the certain place. It's also her birthday today. So I bet she's gonna like have fun and stuff. I must though celebrating birthdays at like that old place. You know why? Because the person, the boss made sure that he went out, bro. Like he would literally buy you gang booze for your birthday.
Yeah, but anyway, we say
Happy birthday!
to them. We say happy birthday to them.
Yeah!
Yes, sir.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Hey man, this pad should be taken away from me because I feel like I'm about to abuse it.
Please, can we take it away? Because you
Hey,
are
man.
already abusing it.
Hey man. I mean, I'm enjoying the National Become a Child Again Day, so don't blame me if I do. Don't blame me
Speaking
if I
of
do.
which, Banele, what's the one thing that helps you to tap into your inner child? Or the one thing that like reminds you basically of your childhood memories when you were growing up, that things that made
How do you get in
that
touch
moment
with
become fun?
the young Banele?
Laughter.
Besides laughter, man, there must be that one specific thing that you do. Like for me, it's the coloring books.
That's-
You know how I am with coloring books. For me, that's literally me tapping in with my inner child. If I have a coloring book, I don't want pencil crayon. I want wax crayons. If I have that, I am happy.
Oh, good for you. For me, it's laughter.
Yeah, that's his specific thing.
That's the thing. Because when I laugh, I also need to laugh like a child. So laughter reminds me that I'm still a kid at heart.
Ah, dope, man. Dope. Laughter. And also laughter keeps you young, bro.
You know?
Yep. I see you, bro. I see you. But get this, though. Let's get into something. So I want you to use your active imagination, your child imagination. Use your imagination for this, right? Okay, cool. Here's the setting. Imagine this, man. You and your partner hit a rough patch and decide to take a break. During that time, you meet someone new. You're on a break, right? You're not broken up. Just a young break, and you meet someone new. It's brief, it's casual, and it's over before you know it. Then you and your original partner find your way back to each other. This feels right again, yeah? But now you're left with a question that's heavier than it seems. So with this new person that you met in the brief breakup, you guys have a thing, right? A thing. Let's call it an intimate moment, kind of. Whichever way you describe your intimate, it could be you guys bonding over, I don't know, roasting chicken, fishing, playing games, or getting, intimate with each other. But what do you do afterwards, man? Do you tell them what happened while you were apart, or do you just let it slip or let the dogs keep on sleeping, man? Or do you lie? What do you do? Afri, what do you do?
When you
During
talk
the young
about
breakup.
this, yesterday, actually, when I was like on Facebook,
Yeah.
I saw this other article.
Do you confess or do you keep quiet? What do you do?
So this lady asked her boyfriend for a break.
Yeah.
And then they took a 2 months break.
Okay.
And when she came back, it's like, okay, hey, how are you? Like, I realized that I can't do this without you. I need you in my life. The guy's like, oh, sorry about that, but it's already too late. I got me another girl.
Damn.
Did
damn.
that girl not go
But I
wild, bruh?
I mean, I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. Who initially said they wanted a break? The girl.
Yeah, the girlfriend.
So, girlfriend, what you expecting, bruh? If you're gonna leave me alone for like 2 months,
Yeah.
what do you expect? I'm a man, bro. I need.
And then the guy's like, you
companion.
know what? Sorry, but I got me a girl. I was like, no, but you can't do this to me. You can't. And then the guy was like, but I need a woman who's consistent, a woman who knows what they want exactly from me. Not somebody's gonna like put me on the side and then come back again. That's what you've been doing to me. So I need you to like fully be there and not just tap in and tap out. I was like, you know what? I
Be there
don't like the
full-time.
fact that you got a girlfriend. You know what? I'm gonna come to your work and act like a fool. And you know when I act like a fool, I'm gonna get you fired. I was like, hey, bro, like, why are you gonna go and do that? Why you gotta be like that?
Okay. That's the article you were reading, right?
Yeah, that's the article that I was reading. But for me, have I ever taken a break? No, I mean, I ghost that.
No. It's not a case to say, have you ever taken a break? Have you ever cheated on your break? I don't know what to call it. Is it cheating, though? Have you ever done something during a break and not tell your partner when you guys are back together?
That's the thing. I've never been on a break. I ghost.
Sheesh, Afri. That's rough. Anyway,
Me,
with me,
I ghost
I say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, man. It was a break that happened there. Let it lie there, man. Let it lie there, man. Yeah, man, let it lie. I mean, breaks in relationships are very tricky, man. You know, some people see them as a pause, a time to reflect, heal, and maybe even explore. Others see them as a soft breakup, you know, a test of the relationship, whether the relationship is strong enough or, you know, will pass or happen for a long time, you know. Because, hey, man, breakups are kind of tricky because during a breakup, a lot of things can happen. Like what I just said, for instance, something happens. During a breakup, is it cheating if you do something with a different person that is not your partner and not tell your partner? Or is it not cheating? That's a question for you at home now, sitting at home. Answer that one for yourselves. What do you consider it? Cheating or not cheating? Or is it you just living your life, you know. How do you handle breakups? Effie, how do you handle breakups?
But I just told you.
You don't, you ghost. You just ghost. You don't break up, you ghost.
Baba. I ghost. I can't even remember. I think maybe the last breakup I had was probably like sometime this year. Yeah, and
I thought you said you ghost.
Listen.
So, okay, let me listen.
Listen.
Let me listen.
Okay, so I got ghosted this time around, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it didn't really matter because I was not even paying much attention to it because I had like a whole lot of things going on. And then I decided to call this person. I'm like, yo, what's up? It's like, yo, I'm good. I'm like, hey, bro, where you at? It's like, no, I'm not at home. I'm in Protea Glen. I'm like, okay, so Glen, what you doing there? No, I'm just chilling. I've been here for a month. I'm like, okay, you've been there for a month. Okay, sharp. When are you coming back so I can come and visit? She's like, no, you can't. I'm like chilling here with my girlfriend. I was like, okay, no problem. I'm like, okay, okay, sharp. Yeah, enjoy your stay with your girlfriend. I won't disturb you. And then so I think it was like 2 weeks back.
Yeah.
I went to go see him, and then but I passed through his dad, so I saw his dad first.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, "Hey, dad, how you doing?" He's like, "No, I'm okay." I'm like, "Oh, by the way, no, I remember that I wanted to go to lunch and stuff. So, hey, let's go have that lunch." He's like, "Yeah, fine, we'll do that. But you know what? Let me just call your man there." I'm like, "Oh no, who are you calling?" Can I tell you that nigga hid? He hid like
himself.
Nobody's business.
He hid himself from you.
Yeah.
Why, bro? What did you do to that, bro? Huh?
Me, I didn't do anything. He felt
like
guilty because of what he did.
You traumatized people, Effie.
No, he felt guilty because of what he did. I didn't do anything. I went there, met up with the guys in the hood. Like unfortunately, we also have the same mutual friends. So I chill with the guys, and then he saw that I was chilling with the guys. Mind you, he came out, claps. He sees me there. He went back inside the house. I don't know when he came out again. I laughed.
Yeah, it's because he ghosts people now.
His friends also laughed. His friends also laughed. They're like, "But y'all are broken up. So what's his problem?" I'm like, "Hey, bruh, I don't really understand what's his problem because I'm like, hey, I carry we're broken up. So what's your problem? Why you acting like you were caught with your hand inside the cookie jar?"
Hey, man. Crazy.
Because that's how he was behaving like somebody literally
like
got caught stealing.
He stole the thing. Crazy, man, crazy. Vooka Nation, tell us at home, how do you handle breakups, yeah? Do you ghost like Effie does? Or do you just keep it a bug, man? Keep it a bean. Just tell them to say, hey, man, this is not working out. Or do you hit that iconic line, no, man, it's not you, it's me? What do you do? Yeah, man. Anyway, so Vooka Nation, it is a Tuesday. What are you choosing? You know, on this Tuesday, what are you choosing? As Zinzi said, they choosing the Vooka Nation. You know, they choosing us. We choose to be with you guys. Yeah, man. We're looking at a personal choice that makes or breaks us. Let's dive into a deep topic, yeah?
Yeah, we'll definitely do a dive into that deep topic after a very short break.
Yeah, man, and I'm burning my shoes under here.
So we can also refresh our throats because, you know, we're always out here making sure that we keep you entertained, feeding you your daily dose of positivity.
Yes,
but
sir.
we'll see you when we come back from the
now.
break.
Go grab your cup of coffee. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. We are back after that young. I hope you went to the toilet quickly for a quick winkle, Tinkle, tinkle. Yeah, man. Afri.
Yeah, so right now I'm going to tell you about something that you might know of or might not know of. So in case you missed it, right?
Uh-huh.
Unkgopotse legacy lives on in Tepisong. More than a school, it's a movement. Honoring a fearless voice for black consciousness and the future it inspires, right? Yes, so you missed a powerful reminder of one of South Africa's bravest sons, Unkgopotse, a man who spoke truth to power and paid it with his life. His legacy lives on not just in history books, but right here in Gauteng in the form of a primary school bearing his name, right? Which is like one of the ways that a person could actually be honored in a great and amazing way so that the legacy literally lives on. So in Tepisong, west of Johannesburg, stands Unkgopotse Primary School, a daily symbol of resilience, pride, and black excellence. It's a tribute to a man who dared to dream of a liberated, educated, and equal South Africa. Yes, man. So Unkgopotse Ibrahim Tiro was a black consciousness leader, student activist, and a fearless speaker who famously challenged the apartheid education system while at the University of the North, TEFLOP, right? Today, his legacy continues through educators, learners, and the community of Tepisong who carry his name with pride and purpose. Yes.
Dope.
So now you're probably asking yourself, why is all of this happening, right? Yes, because sometimes you also need to know what to, as much as there's the who and the what, but the why. Why is it all happening, right? Yes. So right now, Bati, because history forgotten is power surrendered. Unkgopotse represents the courage to speak up even when the price is high. In a time where youth faced inequality, violence, and lack of opportunity, history reminds us that education is still a battlefield and we must keep on fighting. The school named after him is shaping young minds with this very consciousness, grounding leaders in who they are and what they are capable of. Yes, guys, so that's a picture of Mr. Unkgopotse over there. And then now we're going to go more in depth so you know more about this very amazing black consciousness leader that we once had, who fought for the education system and has been paving way throughout the history books, right? But in 1972, Tiro delivered a powerful graduation speech that attacked the Bantu education system. He was expelled from university, but his words ignited a generation. He later mentored leaders like Steve Biko and was a rising force in the South African student organization, SASO. Tragically, he was assassinated in 1974 by a pestle bomb in Botswana, a crime widely believed to be the work of the apartheid regime. Unkgopotse Primary School stands today as a living monument, not made of stones, but learners, teachers, and hope. Now, as we reflect on his legacy, we ask, are we bold enough to speak the truth like Tiro? Are we building schools and spaces that empower the next generation to lead with conviction? What's next is simple. We must keep Tiro's name alive, not just through buildings, but through action, purpose, and fearless education. So if you're near Tepisong, visit the school, support a learner, share his story, because when we remember Tiro, we Vooka Nation. Bathi Vooka Uzenzele, and that's what we are doing. We are making sure that we also live throughout his legacy, and we'll also live out throughout the legacy of somebody who mentored also one of South Africa's greatest icons, Ulingyene Bantu Stephen Biko. The aim is to make sure that we are conscious and we fight for what we believe in. For a sleeping mind will never see the struggles that it's still yet to face.
Dope, man.
Power to the people, power to black people. We matter and we are still surviving and standing strong.
Dope, man. Dope, man. Let's be like Afri and be bold enough to do that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and be bold enough to do that because I'm bold. Okay, I get you. And then another one, in case you missed it, Bati, South Africa joins global debate on banning social media for under 16s. Safety or consensorship?
So they burn. Why are we banning social media now? Let's not ban it, just regulate it. They banning it.
Listen. What? Australia has passed a law to ban children under the age of 16 from having accounts on major social media platforms and has sparked global discussion. South Africa is now weighing in on whether a similar policy would work or be needed locally. The law applies in Australia and it's generating debate across African countries, especially in South Africa, regarding whether the government should follow suit. Key figures include Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Communications Minister Michael Ronald, who campaigned the legislation. In South Africa, experts like Brand Jans van Jesu, MD of Social Media 101, are evaluating its feasibility and local impact. Protecting youth. Australia aims to shield under 16s from harmful contact, cyberbullying, and negative mental effects, provoking global reflection. In Africa, social media is both a tool for empowerment, business growth, activism, education, and a source of risk. The duality is why South Africa is weighing whether an age limit as the right for its unique digital landscape. Australia's Online Society Amendment, passed in November 2024 and effective late 2025, will impose fines of up to 49.5 million for non-compliance, blocking under 16s on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and X. In South Africa, Jan stresses the need for digital literacy, urging the banning use from 13 to 16 without education might be punitive rather than proactive. Australia will roll out its ban by December 2025, requiring platforms to adjust age verification systems. South Africa's next steps include policy review and possibly launching public consultations on age and digital safety. Meanwhile, parents, educators, and tech platforms in South Africa will likely begin pushing for stronger digital literacy programs, aiming to strike a balance between youth empowerment and online safety. Do you think that burning social media for under 16s is the right move, or should we focus on more digital education and parental guidance? Now, that's a question that I pose for the Vooka Nation to see. Do you think that this is a rule that is needed in South Africa, or maybe it's something that we should just let go of or pass on? What do you think, Steve?
Hey, bruh, I say regulate, not ban, man. Regulate, not ban. Regulate, not ban. Because this is, yeah. I was saying, hey, man, regulate your social medias. Let's not ban them. Because banning is, I mean, if you tell a kid, don't play with fire, what's the kid going to do? Play with fire. So let's rather just control the fire. So, Vooka Nation.
What about you, Mr. B? It seems like you want to say something.
Yeah, just like a driver's license, right?
Yeah.
Or being able to vote.
Yeah.
You reach a certain age, you get social media. Before that age, you don't have it.
Yeah, because for me, I feel like it should be restricted.
The LO must have it as well.
Ini?
Hello.
Life orientation.
Yeah, they still do life orientation in schools, but for me, I felt like it's a good thing for them not to have social media accounts before the age of 16. The reason being, it's because unfortunately that's how some kids end up being stalked. So that's how some kids end up going missing because they met somebody on social media, a perv, behaving like a 13-year-old. Hi, oh my gosh, I like your Hello Kitty sneakers and all of that stuff. Oh, let's meet up. You know the library way here. And then kids, because you're thinking you're talking to somebody who's young or who's the same age as you, they go. And some cases of people going missing, or especially underage kids of going missing and kidnapping, is because of the people they meet through social media. Your Facebook, your TikTok, your Snapchat, your X. These
crazy,
are
man.
things
It's
that,
crazy.
unfortunately, for educational purposes, they don't necessarily need to have those social media accounts. They can always just go to YouTube and learn all of those things from YouTube, or literally just search on the internet. But yes, for me, I feel like social media is something that needs to be regulated for them, and they need to reach a certain age before even having a social media account, man. Because there's a lot of things that these kids are doing and seeing on social media, and it's things that they're literally trying out into their own reality, which is not a good thing, man. So for me, I feel like, yes, the age restriction on social media, I'm all up for it. For a mom, I'm going for this personally. For a mother, especially in the world that we live in, and in terms of social media, because even for me, I can still get catfished. We say, as grown as you are, we get catfished by people who think are the same peers as us. People who think do not have a bad thing, or but do not have a bad mindset, only to end up going missing or something bad happening. So for me, I feel like having that, it's also protecting their innocence. So protecting their innocence matters a whole lot more. That's why we end up having 13-year-olds busy stratting basunana. But it's a lot of these snacks. Now you have a 14-year-old pregnant, man. It's things they see on social media.
That's why I say regulation, not banning. Because if you ban it, man, it's gonna be very, very, very.
Even with
tricky,
regulation,
tricky,
it's going to be a bit
So-
hard, man. They just need to reach the age of 16. The same goes for you need to have an ID. You need to be 16. So for me, I say 16 upwards. Social media, you can start having it.
Hey man, regulation, prevention is better than cure. So, hey man, let's go on the Vooka comments, bro. The Vooka comments. Yeah man, I called it Vooka comments, YouTube comments. Yeah bro, we have Takani B saying, good morning Vooka Nation and the best breakfast team. Sivukile #breakfast Vooka breakfast show. Yes sir, yes sir. We also have Zenzi Elizabeth coming through saying, Episode 96, man. Celebration, confetti emojis. 4 till we hit the big 100. Yes, ma'am. We have Takani B also saying, in regards to the relationship breaking up, she's saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I won't tell my partner anything.
We're not taki, we're
Yeah, man. I mean, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It was a break. It wasn't a breakup. So, yeah, man. So, Vooka Nation, since it's a Tuesday, #Tuesday, we're looking at personal choices that make or break us. Let's dive into a topic where real life, real talk, and real discussions collide. Today, we're dividing into a juicy adulting dilemma that's got Mzansi talking. When the money starts flowing and you're ready for your first big purchase, what do you go for? What do you go for? A pair of wheels or the keys to your own home? What do you go for?
I'd
Car or home?
I'd rather buy a house.
A house.
The reason
Amen.
being is that once I buy that house, I could just literally zhuzh it up, and then after that, rent it out, have it as residual income. Money that I get for that house, people staying in there on a monthly basis, be enough for me to actually even end up buying a car and actually living in an apartment.
I mean, that's why it's called a dilemma, because you can't choose, man. You're thinking, hey, man, a car brings in money, a house also, a car lets you go from this point to the next point. And then you could have a house, but you still need a car. It's a dilemma, It's something South Africans are struggling with. Actually, young South Africans, the youth are struggling with on a day-to-day basis, man. It's a question most young professionals and hustlers face. For some, the first major spend is a car. It gets you to work, as I said, from point A to point B, lets you live freely. For others, the bricks and mortar, a house, bro, a home, equals security, a long-term investment, which someone makes more sense of financially, and so a house, bro. I say, for me personally, as much as I need a car, I still have Uber, so give me a house, bro. Let me get myself a house, bro. A house.
That's what hence I said, for me, I'd rather get a house first, man, because the income or the money that you could get back from literally renting out your house is probably more than what you would get if you got a car and just said, okay, Lord, you know what, you can use my car for Bolt and all of that. Because with Bolt, as much as you can have a car and just basically borrow to somebody to use it for Bolt, it's a bit, it doesn't have a stable income itself when it comes to having a residual income besides your 9 to 5. But renting out a house, you already have a stable income, and it also teaches you how to manage your own property.
Yeah, I mean, a house is building a legacy, man. You know, a home usually appreciates in value, unlike a car, which a car
Depreciates in value.
You know, it's something. I mean, let's look at the benefits of buying a house. For instance, okay, equity. You know what equity is? The price. It goes up. So with the house, let me give you an example, right? Say I have a RDP house that is just plain, no plants, no nothing. It's just your normal house. It goes about, let's say, 500,000. And then the same house I invest in now, I add like big trees, you know, a nice garden, nice lawn there. Guess what happens? Appreciation in value. It goes up in value. Yeah, man. I mean, each payment increases your ownership stake, which becomes wealth. And then you can also rent it out, man. Rental income potential. You can rent it out. You can rent a room out or the whole house out, you know, whichever you prefer. If you want to still live in it, maybe rent out. If it's a 4-room house, rent out those 2 rooms. And then you have 2 rooms to yourself. Let the money come in, bro.
I mean, it's nicer because you know that with a house, especially when you buy a house, depending on the amount of rooms you have inside, it also determines how much you can charge.
Yeah, you know.
So if you have like a 4-roomed house, 2 bedrooms, okay, for example, 4 or 5-roomed house, it's 2 bedrooms, it's a bathroom, it's a kitchen, it's a dining room. Man, you know that a literal family can live there. Mom and dad take the other room, the kids in that other room. It's a family unit. And the nice thing is that you can even rent out your house according to demographics. If you're looking for a family, then you know how much you're going to charge. Reason being is because when they rent out the house and they have kids, there's always going to be a possibility of maybe there's going to be like crayons on the walls and
something
whatever.
happening,
So that's where you have a much more advantage of charging more because anything can get damaged, especially with kids around the house.
So the house basically can maintain itself. You know?
Yeah, the house can maintain itself. The same goes. So if you took out the house on a loan or a mortgage, it can literally pay its own self by just simply renting it out. And if you have a nice space and the yard is even big enough, you put like 3 rooms outside.
Man.
Maybe you make one room become an en-suite because you know if you have an en-suite room, you also can charge more because a person knows that I'm getting a room, which means it has a couch, it has a bathroom, it has a toilet.
All of the goodies, man. All of those goodies in one package.
Guys, there's something that you're also missing. So what if I get a car and I use it for shuttling services?
So with the car, right now we're going to get into the car. Right now we're still looking at the benefits of a house, though.
Yeah, but I also wanted to mention on top of that this thing of houses appreciating, it's true, it does probably go up in value.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at it this way. I'm not going to talk money, but I'm going to talk what you can get with that money.
Okay.
So it's true that probably the value of the house will go up.
Yeah.
But today, the same grocery basket where it's just bread and milk and eggs, if it costs me 100 Rand today, and then your house appreciates, let's say in the next 5 years, and obviously with inflation, for me to buy bread, milk, and eggs in 5 years, it's probably 130 Rand. So even if your house did appreciate in value, but it's actually still the same thing. Because with the same amount of money you would have received, you're basically getting the same amount, but the same value in terms of purchasing power.
I mean, that's why it's a dilemma, you know? You can't, I mean, think of it like this, right? You already have a house, yeah? You don't have a car, yeah? For you, one thing you can get right now is a car. Compared to me, I don't have a house. I don't have a car either.
No. But, I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
I was just trying to dissect the misconception that, yes, a house will appreciate in value, but then also your purchasing power also goes down. So 5 years from now, 100 Rand won't be the same 100 Rand.
I hear you.
Power. So for the same 100 rand where you buy bread, milk, and eggs, in 5 years it's just bread and eggs. So even if it does go up, but you did not really gain, so to speak, if that makes sense.
I hear what you're saying. Like, let me break it down easier for the people.
Sure.
Like, with $20, you used to buy cold drink and bread. Now with $20, you can only buy either bread or cool drink. You can't have both. So I hear what you're saying. Most definitely. Yeah, man. But also, man, long-term investments. You know, a house is a long-term gain. As you're saying, in 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, look, with property, you're right when you say long-term because, I mean, with a car, it's very fragile.
Yeah.
One moment it's stolen, but with property, that's one way you can store your money. Because I understand most rich people do not store their money in banks.
Yeah.
So they would rather find something to store their wealth. So one of them is property. So that if anything happens, they can always have the property or they can borrow against the property. Hence, some of them create a trust. And it's all about your net worth, basically. So
yeah, if
you've got life insurance for, let's say, $1 million, you can also go to the bank and say, look, my net worth, according to my trust, is
$1 million.
So can I borrow against it? Could do that. So it's a good way. Property is a good way to store your money.
Yeah. Storage. As you're saying, powerful credit boost, yeah? That net worth, that's where that comes in, bro. And then with the car, benefits of a car is what? Job access, side hustle power, low entry barrier meaning easier to qualify for car finance than a home loan, you know. Easier for you to go to the bank and be like, yo, bank, look here, I need a car, I need to buy this car, give me this much, I will bring it back in this way, you know. Unlike a house.
You know,
can't go
when
to
you
a bank and
say it's easier to qualify for car finance than a home loan. One of the things that probably most South Africans don't know is that government has a subsidy for people earning between 5K and 10K, which is called FLISP.
A FLISP. Tell us more about FLISP. What is it?
So FLISP is a government subsidy that allows people earning between a bracket of 3.5 to 10K to actually qualify for a home loan.
That's crazy.
Yes. It doesn't say that.
You said it's called a what? A FLISP.
FLISP.
Okay.
Yes.
FLISP.
So most people do not know this. They just think that you can only just go to the bank and that's like the only way of securing a home. If, for example, because if you go to 222, which is basically the housing department close to Park Station.
Okay.
Sometimes it's either you can go there and literally apply for either land, a government flat.
Yeah.
Like the ones that they're currently building in Dipsoweto. In Dipsoweto, the flats, government flats that are literally going on that people can literally qualify for. Yeah, there's a new block that's being built. People don't know that.
Is it the same as your Fierhof?
It's it's the same, almost like your Fleer.
Flat,
But people don't pay rent there. That's the nice thing. But people don't actually know, right?
Yeah, they know that. I mean, I myself don't know that.
Yes.
Now a lot of people know.
Yes.
Now
So
a lot
if
of
you
people
go to
know.
222, today you qualify for a house, aka RTP, a flat owned by the government, obviously the government flats, or basically a land where you can just maybe build your own house and all of that jazz. And if you don't want to go all through all that and you feel like, you know what, within my budget and what I spend on a monthly basis, I actually qualify for like a home loan or maybe just paying mortgage on a house. That's where you can go and apply for a FLISP housing subsidy. That's where you can go and apply there and see what kind of houses can the government help you acquire or get that are actually within your bracket range and won't hurt too much on your pocket when you pay the monthly installments. Because they also help you calculate. It's okay, let's say maybe this house is worth 500 grand and you're earning maybe 10K. Okay, they break it down for you. So it's basically the same thing as what we did with Osvaldo, which is also included in the Vooka Academy.
So
you have a budget.
Putting it into a package is basically what we're going back to, saying a house is a proper investment. Nice. I like that compared to a car, man. But also car, man, you know, with cars, it gives you freedom and lifestyle.
The problem is that, as Banele said, it's very sensitive, man. Tires are expensive. If you can afford to buy a car, but then getting a new tire is not that easy. Check out a rim.
No. If we look at this like this. If you can afford to buy a phone, you can afford to buy a charger. That's the same way. If you can afford a car, you can most definitely maintain that car. You can't buy something you can't maintain, can you know? Can you buy a phone without getting a charger for the phone? Or getting a SIM card for the phone. Or getting a SIM card without data. Or getting a SIM card without airtime. You get what I'm saying?
Cars have a lot of fender benders, man.
Maintenance,
so for me, as much as, like, yes, I also do want to own a car. But then for me, I'm also taking into consideration, if I do buy a car, I also need to look up what the oil consumption of the car, first of all. People do mostly, some people, I don't know if people do that, but looking at the oil consumption of it.
A car is an enabler, an enabler. So it enables you to be able to do some stuff, a lot of things like move around. You could even use it to fund your own dream or home one day, You can even use it to fund your own home, bruh. Like, as a Uber driver, you use Bolt. Get that hustle going. Or if you have a business already running, you can reach more people or a broader audience, if I may say, use the word audience. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Now it's your turn, Vooka fam. It is your turn, Vooka fam. If you could only choose one big purchase, car or house, which one are you choosing? Engage with us in the comments, man. We'd like to know and let us know why you would choose whatever you are choosing.
Which one are you choosing? Will you go for a car or a home? I go for a house compared to a car first. And that's what I'm praying. I'm like, God. And couldn't want me, brother, girl.
So right now,
give me a house.
Essentially, what we just made is two teams. Yeah, team house and team car.
Yeah.
Team long-term benefits or team now benefits,
I'm a team long-term benefits. I don't want to lie. Owning property has always been one thing that has been in my bracket, especially growing up as a kid. I used to watch this other show that used to play on TV where they flipped houses. If you know, there's this other WWE SmackDown wrestler. I forgot his name. The Miz.
Okay, what about
The Miz and his wife? The other way that they earn income besides him appearing on WWE, they flip houses. They buy literally like an old RDP house, literally go inside, start scraping it off, remove all the old plastering, put in new plastering, doing a rewiring. If they need to build if they need to extend it, they extend it, and after doing that, they resell it again on the market.
That's amazing.
So they double back on the initial investment that they made. They bought the house for 500K. By the time they resell it, they could resell it for even 1.5.
So
because of the improvements they did. Yes. If it's not property that you're going to use for a long term, you could also go into flipping houses.
I see you.
Something old turned into something new.
I see you. So Vooka Nation, which team are you? Team house or team car? Let us know, man. Let us know in the comment section.
There must be team house. They gotta be team house, man.
Yeah.
And then another one that we should be discussing, it's very interesting. It also talks about the youth in itself and also kind of taps into the In Case You Missed It, the one we covered by Onkgopotso Tiro.
Yeah.
Which is basically, is SA youth actively participating in politics?
Are you asking a question?
It's my question.
What? Ask it again.
Is SA youth actively participating in politics?
I don't think so, bruh. I don't think so.
Maybe we do have some. I'm like growing up.
Where you going with this?
Growing up, there used to be a COSAS. I don't see COSAS anymore. COSAS was basically a student uprising, an organization that was also created around apartheid, which also stood up for the inequality within the educational system. So right now, looking at the different things that are happening in the educational system that we currently have, number 2000, it's either you see a teacher went ahead and raped a student, or maybe a student is basically fighting a teacher in school. Growing up, for me, they happened. I'm not saying they didn't happen, but the incidents were very less because we had COSAS.
So you're saying there was no corruption? Is
I'm saying there was, but the cases were less. Not what we currently have right now.
So do you think if we had more youth in politics, would what we're going through, what we're experiencing right now, be better? Or
no, I think it would be better, especially in the schools, man. Like, look at the case. Who's that kid? The one who was supposedly raped by the principal. We covered it earlier this year. So look at that whole incident.
No.
We had courses. When we had courses, it was very few incidents where you heard that a teacher was busy with a student. Yeah, there was fighting amongst a student would fight a teacher, but then it wouldn't get to a point where it got physical, because everybody knew what's in courses. They knew courses would like put in order, courses implemented.
So you're initially saying there's no one standing up for
the students, yes, and then within the students themselves, there's nobody teaching the students themselves, including the teacher. There's nobody putting a boundary of no, this is not what you cannot do as a teacher. No, this is not what you can do as a student.
So check this, right? So check this. Imagine this. Imagine you're in a room full of future decision makers, whether it be jobs, education, safety, electricity. Freedom of speech, freedom of speech, things of that nature. I mean to say, you're not even asked for an opinion. Oh, worst, you asked, but you don't show up to answer. You don't show up to answer. Okay, cool. Now imagine later complaining about nothing changing. The leaders are corrupt. Unemployment is rising, but there's a question that's heavier than it seems. Yeah, are South Africans or South African youth being silenced, or quietly choosing to silence ourselves? What is going on? What do you think? Because you can't complain.
It's a split thing, man. It's a split thing. I'm saying it's split because you also need to come back to the whole fees must fall movement. Even
it goes
Gigi
back to
Lamaine, even Gigi Lamaine was part of that. Even did a whole anthem, fees must fall, for that whole debacle. It's fees. It's something that has been said and been complained about. Yet they still got oppressed. Right now, you can go to an all Afrikaner school. We had incidents where black girls were being shunned upon for wearing their natural hair, and it was called untidy. But when they stood up against that, the SGB of that particular school is like, no, but you need to follow our rules. Matter why doesn't a white girl need to have or must have their hair in a ponytail, yet my hair needs to be straight? She's wearing her hair naturally. Why does me coming with an afro seem as a taboo when it's wearing it naturally?
So that goes back to the analogy that I gave you now, that imagine you're in a room full of decision makers, yeah? They're all making these decisions. They're asking questions, but you never show up with an answer, or you never show up to answer. So how is things supposed to change? Like, for example, what you just said, that the hair thing. That thing was asked long ago to say, remember, I don't know, I think we were still in primary, where, no, this was way before our time, actually. This was like grandmother, the grandmothers were still teenagers. But yeah, they used to do a thing called the pencil test. So what they do is throw in a pencil in your hair. If your hair suspends the pencil in the air, then you have to cut your hair. Then if the pencil flows freely through your hair, you don't have to cut your hair. So that could have been tackled that time long ago, but now we're still facing the same.
In a way, it kind of was. What I'm saying, why I'm raising this, it's because as much as when you come to black local schools, man, I can go to school with an afro. It's not a problem.
But it's
But then
it's
when
deemed
you
as
go-
untidy and not neat. It's deemed as filthy.
Not
right?
in for me, from the primary school that I went to and the high school that I went to.
Let's
Listen,
not wait. Let's not personalize it. Let's look at it. South Africa.
listen. From the high school and the primary school I went to, afros were allowed. It was not, as long as you combed it nice, whether you had it slid back with like a ribbon or hair tie, it was okay as long as it was nice and neat. It was not seen as untidy. But what I'm saying is, when you go to a school, for example, I go to Kuro, I am paying the same fees that the Van de Cake family, my family is paying the same fees that the Van de Cake family is paying. So why is it only that black female students get targeted for wearing their hair naturally, and it's tied back, or it's in pom-poms, buns, and it's an offense in a way? Why is it like that? Yet when a white girl comes to school with their hair all up in their face, fringes here, they got bangs and stuff, and it's not deemed untidy. Why is it like that? Because she's also wearing her natural hair. She's not, whether she has extensions or not, either way, she's wearing a natural hair. It's not a must for her to tie it. So that's my issue. Why does it have to be different on that one? If I still look presentable with my afro, it should not be a problem.
It shouldn't be a problem. Yes, it shouldn't be a problem. But it goes back to what I was saying with that pencil thing. This was supposed to be tackled long ago. I mean, even
it's something that's been tackled leading up from back then until now. It's still being tackled. What needs to change is the school rules of some schools. That's unfortunately one thing, especially in private schools. When you go to a public school, it's not a problem. It's private schools, and most private schools will tell you that it is our school. We have the right to implement 1, 2, 3, 4. So it also comes back to the Department of Education saying that as much as, my parents are paying for me to go to a public school, but there should be certain rules that actually go for private and public that equalize everything.
That means the youth has to be in the room with the decision makers, giving the answers to the questions, I mean, look at this article from 2022. Ban girls from afros and natural hairstyles because they are untidy. That's the heading, right? So look here. Black South African girls as young as 13 have resorted to public protest for the right to wear their natural hair as prestigious, formerly whites-only school. The image of a schoolgirl sporting an afro or standing up to a white man went viral on Monday. So this is something, and that's something that happened in 2022 of a black girl that in school they were like, "Yo, your hair," because she has this nice, beautiful afro, curly hair. And then in school, no, that's untidy. It goes back to the question you were saying: why can the white girl have a lot of hair? I mean, with Afro people, and me saying Afro people, I mean everyone that is a person of color, whether you be Indian, whether be, purple, whether you are gray, whether just as Afro. Bro, when you have a lot of hair, it naturally balls up into a fro. And when they have a lot of hair, when the other race has a lot of hair, it's free flowing, Yeah. But hey, man, that's something we can only tackle if we are in the room. So, Vooka Nation, the youth, let's be in the room, man. Let's be in the room, man.
Hopefully one of these days we may be able to have a discussion openly about basically the rules that go into private schools and public schools, especially when it comes to a person's hair.
I mean,
why? Those are things that we need to literally tackle and talk about, because we live, man, we're 30 years into democracy, yet some of these rules are barbaric. I don't understand why they're still there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They are still there because we are not in the rooms with the decision makers. Let's be in the rooms with the decision makers to give answers to the questions they are posing. I mean, listen to what the girl said, right? The case I'm telling you now about. The girl said, this is a quote, no? So she said, I have a natural afro, but a teacher told me to comb out my hair because it looks like a bird's nest. One girl told the provincial head of education to say what the teacher was saying, Another said her mother forced her to cut her hair because she didn't want trouble. So Let's be in the rooms, guys. Let's be in the rooms, man. Decision makers are asking questions. Let's be there to answer, so we cannot complain in future to say, no, this is not working. I mean, how are you gonna complain if we're not in the room providing the answers? You know,
Yeah,
that's
man.
that's like complaining about electricity, but looking at the switch. It's not on, bruh. Turn it on, then you'll stop complaining. You know. Let's switch on. Let's switch on, guys. Let's switch on. Be in
That's
the
true.
rooms.
We literally need to be in the room, man. Because it also says that South Africa has one of the youngest populations in the world. Over 60% are under the age of 35. Yet when it comes to voting, engaging with local ward councillors, or even just showing up to political debates, participation is worryingly low. Many people say they've lost faith in the system. All politicians are the same. Voting won't fix everything. They don't care about us. Yeah, they don't care about us anyway. But if the youth are the future, why are so many watching from the sidelines while their future is shaped without them? But let's be real, man.
Yeah.
Disengaging from politics might feel like self-protection, right? But why waste energy on a system you feel has failed you? That's also something we need to ask. Kuti, why vote when the promises never get fulfilled? On the flip side, by staying passive, aren't we just giving the green light for things to stay the same?
Bro, goes back to what I was saying. Let's be in the rooms with the decision makers, man. Going to the comment section, pertaining to the house or the car dilemma, you know, we have Takani B on the comment section saying definitely a house. Definitely a house. So we have Team House, yeah?
Team House.
Team House, that's a 1-0. 1 to Team House, 0 to Team Car. And then we also have Zinze Elizabeth saying property all the way, but maintaining it is costly too. It is costly, but if you can buy a phone, you can buy a charger. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's
Yes,
still
sir.
going with that one.
Yes, sir. It's a nice analogy. I won't lie. It's a nice analogy, man. So, hey, bro, let's be in the rooms with the decision makers, Vooka Nation, because we can't complain about stuff the whole time. Let's be there so change can happen, man. I mean, we how many years into freedom now?
We are 30 years into freedom.
30 years into freedom. Can you imagine? I wasn't even born when the freedom started. But let's get real freedom, man.
We are 30 years into freedom. And then I think that another thing that we also need to portray for as the youth is basically also changing the people in government. It makes no sense to say that by the age of 65 you cannot work, yet the people in parliament are way over the age of 65. What are they still doing there?
Hey, man, you see, these
One of
things-
my questions. What are they still doing there? You have the Department of Education that has a minister who's above, way over the age of 50 and still does not understand the different dynamics that go towards building the future of South Africa. For example, it also taps into the university degrees and diplomas and certificates that people need to study for. Half of the things that people are still studying for university is basically jobs that will be out of the job market within the next 5 years. Why are we not training people to become survivors instead we are being trained to become slaves?
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
We're
It's
being
crazy.
trained to become slaves of the system. We are still being forced into studying things that are literally going to be out of the system. And for me, okay, I was not there during the apartheid era, but I felt like also bringing back practicals into the school will also help people, because not everybody is a theoretical person. Some of us work in practical manners, meaning that we'd rather prefer going to a welding school by the time I go to high school than actually studying, finishing matric, then going to university to become a welder. But that time I could have built 5 companies all in one.
Hey, man. You see this thing, bruh. Hey.
It's a lot that needs to be changed, man. You have the person, for example, the arts and culture department. Gayton McKenzie doesn't know anything about art, man.
Gayton McKenzie, hey, bro, you can't blame the man. The man is fighting a lot of things.
Yeah, he's fighting, but then it
Yeah.
also goes to show that even with this team, you don't have artists. That's why you don't know what artists need.
Bro, Gayton McKenzie cannot be looking after the art department. He's already fighting crime, bro. Did you know in Cape Town there's a lot of people that are dying because of the gangsterism?
But that's the problem. You
dying.
cannot let the arts and culture. No.
Anyway.
As much as you're also fighting for the youth so that it also survives, but you have a pledge, a job that you need to do towards the nation, which has to do with the arts, sports, and recreational department. What are you doing for the sports sector? What are you doing for the arts sector? Yes, you can fight all of the crime, but you can also fight it through elevating the people within the sector that you are appointed to be in charge of.
Hey, bro, why do I feel like you? I'm not Gaten McKenzie, bro. I'm not Gaten McKenzie, but I hear you though.
Because there's different things. We have somebody who's part of the defense department, but they've never even went to military training. What are you doing there? Like, there's a lot of things that literally need to change, especially speaking about the whole cabinet itself in South Africa. It needs to change. First of all, we need to get all the lazy bones, the cracked up people with the old age out of the seats that they're sitting in, because some of them don't know what they are doing.
Hey,
we have kids in high schools who literally just made a car in their own school, and the car is fully operational. What is the Minister of Energy doing? You're not supporting this. Ford, a private company, Ford, had to go donate a Ford Ranger in that school. What is the Department of Education doing to elevate that school?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Goes back to what we're saying. Vooka Nation, it goes back to what we're saying, man. It goes back to what we're saying. Be in the room with the decision makers, so the questions that are posed can be answered, you know? Yeah, man. In conclusion, what I have to say is, bro, be in the room, man. Let's be in the rooms, guys. Let's be in the rooms. Remember, on last week we had Stay, where he said, he gave the analogy of the 16 houses. Let's go in the, it's a 16 house, yeah, 16 room house. I mean, you have access to 4. Let's find that white people, that other people in power, to go in and have access to all the other rooms, man. Let's be in the room with the decision makers so we can change, you know. Have change, man. Any last words?
Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself and be the change that the world does not want to see in you. Sometimes standing strong and standing alone is the toughest journey that a person needs to go through. So if you want to make change, sometimes you need to stand by yourself before you can even have somebody standing by your side. That's something to think about. But for me, Afri Berry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, but to the darker the berry, the sweeter than tuntun. Imnandi mam nyama, mam slopi tika taken pot, maraloka famana me weta komakasle. Song one mane.
Yeah, so, and this is the boy. I think from now on, Vooka Nation, just call me the boy, yeah? This is the boy, LXRD_47 with Steven. Nothing is ever even. Tot ziens, yalla.